right, so I've messed around with this stuck tone arm on this Garrard 990B. Been messing around with it for a good bit. So the only time this tone arm has made it across the side of the record in the groove without getting stuck once was when the tone arm, the little pole that goes from the top here and the wires go through and connects to the bottom, was when this tone arm was completely disconnected from anything on the underside of the turntable. So, okay, so since the tone arm worked when it wasn't connected to this and subsequently this rod right here, I was thinking, well, this rod, since this rod goes all the way over here and you have that little ball bearing and the manual says that has to be completely dry. I was like, okay, well, maybe some grease got on the track and that ball to where it was causing a little bit more friction than what it should have been. So I took all this off, and we're going to zoom out just a little bit. So I took all this off, stripped down, or not stripped down, but like hit this part and the other side with some 91% rubbing alcohol to get all the grease, and then reconnecting it, and we're still at the same thing. So the two thoughts now are, well, actually, not two thoughts, but the question is it this part or this part that's causing the drag? So it's not a lot of drag. It's just enough to keep the tone arm stuck. And my hands are dumb enough to where I can't really tell the difference in the friction when it's connected to the linkages underneath the tone arm, underneath the table, or when it's not. Because there's a little bit of drag and friction in both of those scenarios. However, I do know for a fact that it worked when it wasn't connected to this. So we're going to do some more experiments. I'm going to take all the stuff back off, put it back on, except this is going to be taken out and this part's going to be taken off. And so at first, I'm going to leave this on to see if that causes the drag. If it's not that, then we're going to reintroduce this and see if this causes the drag. Considering I already hit the track with rubbing alcohol and to get any grease off of there, then it's entirely possible, although I'm not a big fan of this alternate, not a big fan of this, but it could be the case. I went a little bit crazy with the graphite grease, the dry lubricant on here. Originally, it was just in the tracks and on a few spots. However, I'm not that. I have a can of aerosol dry lubricant, which is kind of like this needs precision. That can of aerosol is a little bit more of a jackhammer, so that spray kind of goes everywhere, even when I use the little nozzle that comes with it. So now, if it's that linkage that goes over the cam gear that causes the friction, then it may be the additional stuff on the cam gear, because I've already cleaned out that the track where that ball bearing goes. However, if it's the piece that anchors down onto the post from the tone arm, then that means the additional weight that's pulling down is what's causing the drag. So that means that the issue is, again, something above the table. So that's probably, at least I'm leaning towards, is a busted bearing. That bearing that I've been putting oil in like it's a thirsty little bastard. But yeah, we're going to get cracking on this and see what we can do.